Erased matriarchy. Unearthing the history of female power.
We tend to look back at the mid-20th century and see the stay-at-home mother as a cozy, inevitable tradition, a biological default. But here on Erased Matriarchy, we dig up the laws that forced that reality into existence. Because the housewife wasn't just a cultural drift. She was a legal construction created by firing women the moment they tried to have it all.
Wait, fired just for getting married?
Absolutely. Let's drop into a bank in Sydney or a schoolhouse in London, say 1925. You can hear the clack of typewriters, the scratch of fountain pens. The workforce is full of women. They are competent, earning wages, building careers. Then one of them gets engaged. The moment she signs that marriage register, she is handed a resignation form. It wasn't a choice. It was the marriage bar, a formal policy across the U.S., UK, and Australia that legally required women in respectable professions, teaching, clerical work, the civil service, to resign upon marriage.
Huh. I always thought they just quit to raise kids.
That's the story we're told, but the marriage bar made sure they didn't have the option to stay. And the cruelty of the design was in the economics. By forcing women out the second they married, companies and governments ensured women never accrued seniority. They never qualified for pensions. It kept female labor perpetually young, temporary, and most importantly, cheap. If a woman wanted to keep working, she often had to hide her ring or return as a temporary worker on lower pay.
That sounds incredibly convenient for the budget department.
It was calculated. And the justification they used was the pin money myth. The idea was that women didn't need real wages because their income was just for trinkets, pins, and ribbons. Serious money was for men. The system was terrified that if a wife earned a good salary, it would undermine the husband's status as the sole provider.
Really? So they fired women to protect the male ego?
To protect the male monopoly on economic power. They called it protecting the family, but it was really about hoarding the breadwinner role for men. This didn't end naturally either. It took legislation like the Civil Rights Act in the U.S. to break it. So when you picture the nuclear family of the past, don't just see a natural order. See the government enforcement that swept female power out of the office and locked it in the kitchen.
Ignite your muse with drops of inspiration. Search Musedrops.